What's happening, everyone? Happy New Year. I just want to kick this video off just real quick to thank everyone who tuned in to 2024's YouTube series. We have a lot of great content and, we're uploading a video every single week. And I'm committed to doing this because we want to bring a level of authenticity and real information to a lot of the vanity metrics being shared, a lot of the old ways of selling life insurance that are being trained on, and really just show you guys what's working and talk to other agents that are doing, that are in the trenches doing these things and coming from a place where we do a lot of production, and we want to share all of that data with you guys because the industry keeps changing. The market conditions for selling final expense life insurance, term life insurance, whatever you're selling over the phone, it keeps changing. What we said in 2020 versus 2024 versus this year is going to keep changing as market conditions change, okay? And, one of the things that we pride ourselves in is taking a fresh look at the business. And I know it's 2025, brand new year, we're all reset, we're all refreshed, we just got off a break, and we're feeling that new year motivation, right? So I want to take this time to suggest 5 things to add to your to-do list to make yourself more profitable in 2025. Some of these are just very small things, but they will make you more profitable. And I'm going to share some data on some of these points as well, okay? So the first thing I'm going to say, it's a very, very small thing, but I still find that agents are not doing this. Okay, if you're an independent agent out there or you have an agency, guys, you got to get reviews on your business. All right. Social proof will increase your sales. People will buy from businesses where they see other people buying from and are happy with. All right. And whether you believe this or not, some of your prospects are searching your name in Google. In fact, do this quick exercise for me. Go to Google, type your name plus the word insurance. So for me, it'd be Jeff Root Insurance. For you, and see what comes up. This is what some of your prospects are doing. Does your name even pop up there? If it doesn't, or if I should say if it does, what is showing there? Okay, if you just go to Google, create a Google My Business account, it's free, right? You verify it, you'll get access in about a week or two, and you start sending that link to your prospects after you wrap up a sale, right? Within 15 minutes, you're wrapping up a sale, you're going to say, hey, you're going to ask for reviews, and then you're going to send a link. So you make it easy. They click on a link that you text them and they can leave a review. Obviously, only do this with people who are very happy who you engaged with, and you're going to get a lot of good reviews. And guys, think of reviews as your hype man. That's hyping you up behind the scenes all the time. Okay. I mean, you can put your reviews in your email signature. You can send your reviews via text when you send them your contact information, okay? And if you're not doing that, you guys got to send your contact information when you start speaking with the prospect. And so, if you send them a link to an about page about you, might have your photo, have your reviews, right? That stuff is working for you behind the scenes. It is your hype man working for you when you're sleeping, when you're working, right? And constantly when people are searching for you or seeing an old email or anything like that, right? You want to link to those reviews, but first you got to get them, okay? I won't spend too much time here, but put this on your to-do list for 2025. Get reviews. For many of you, this is a reminder because we have talked about this before, but even if you just have 5 reviews, it helps. It's better than 0, okay? So, reviews. That's the first thing to add to your to-do list. The second thing to add to your to-do list is to track and monitor your closing rate, your placement rate, and your mix of business. Okay? Beyond volume of leads that you take, these are the key drivers to profits in your business. And I find most agents are not tracking or monitoring their closing rate, placement rate, and mix of business. You need to have this at your fingertips at all times and notice the trends if they're increasing or decreasing on a weekly or monthly basis. Okay? So for closing rate, for example, it really depends on the lead type, but benchmarks are Facebook, you should be at around 10% closing rate. If you're any less than that, work to get up to that 9-10% plus closing rate, okay? Our web calls that we take are around 15%, TV calls around 25%. Your placement rate, Okay, ideally should be in the 75% range. 80% plus is great. But if your placement rate is below 75%, work to get that placement rate up. We've had videos about this, and we talk about this a lot on previous ones, okay? But again, we just want to monitor and track it. And for closing rate, for digital BG agents, you can see that in your CRM. Just click a few buttons under reports and you see that. For your placement rate, you can see that in our agency management system. All right, log in there, it's on your dashboard, your rolling placement rate for the past 6 months of all the carriers. And the last thing is mix of business. So mix of business is your level versus graded and guaranteed issue business. And you want to be above 70% level business, okay? If you asked me last year even, I'd say 75, 80%, but market conditions this past year with carrier underwriting data and everything that we're seeing with all of our other agencies and what we're seeing, a healthy business mix is above 70% level business, okay? And many agents, they decide not to write guaranteed issue business, and you'll see them 80, 85% plus level business. But if you're writing everything, you want to be above 70% level business. And we do have agents in the 75, 80, 85% range for level business, but they make different decisions on what business they take and all that. But if you're writing everything, that's where you want to be, okay? And again, you can check that in our AMS, in our agency management system. Just log in, it's on your dashboard, your past 6 months rolling mix of business, all right? So guys, and when you focus on this, right? When you're focusing and monitoring on closing rate, on placement rate, and your mix of business, focus on one at a time. Don't try and fix them all at once. That's the best advice I can give you here, okay? You're not gonna make much headway with all of them. Fix the most important one first, right? If you're way below on your closing rate for your leads, fix your sales presentation first, right? If your placement rate is super low, okay, yeah, fix that first, and then fix your sales percentage if you're making enough sales, first of all, right? To have the fixing your placement rate really affect your profitability. Okay, but the key thing here is track and monitor this in 2025. Okay, track and monitor your closing rate, placement rate, and mix of business. All right, that's the second thing to add to your to-do list. The third thing, guys, start your P&L if you haven't done so already, your profit and loss statement, and review it monthly, okay? You're gonna start seeing trends and treat this like an actual business. And January 2025 is the perfect time to start. Okay, all you gotta do is sign up for QuickBooks Online or Xero, Xero. I'm sure there's other accounting softwares in there. You connect your bank account and your credit cards, and all the transactions go in there. And it may take you an hour or two to learn how to reconcile it, but spend an hour or two to do that every single month, okay? You're gonna understand a lot more about your business and your profitability by seeing your business through this lens. And I'll say that this was crucial for me when I was an independent agent, because it gave me insights that I hadn't seen before. I considered this my source of truth. If I had a bad month, a lower profit month, for example, I would go to my P&L first. Did I spend less on marketing? Sometimes that was the case. I just didn't spend enough, okay? Did I get paid correctly on all my cases? Did all the commissions come through? Was there like a one-time expense, like, for the year, like state licenses? Maybe I had to buy 20 licenses in the month. Okay, well, that's why there's a dip in profits this month. It was just a one-time expense. Don't be too hard on yourself, Jeff, because of the low profit month. You'll find, subscriptions every single month, right? Are those monthly subscription costs that you're using, are they creeping up on you? Do you need all those subscriptions? Okay. It's going to motivate you to treat this like a business by just having the routine of reconciling and reviewing your profit and loss every single month, okay? Guys, if you're out there just slinging sales willy-nilly out there, and you're making it work, just great, okay? But reconciling and reviewing your P&L every single month has a lot of benefits, and you really don't know what they will be for you. I just shared a little bit of what they were for me when I was an independent agent, but it's one thing that I recommend everyone do, plus your accountant will love you for it. All right. The third thing, okay, is add this to your to-do list for 2025, okay? Commit to getting better with your presentation every day. Guys, we are in sales. The way that we communicate to our market is what's gonna affect your profits the most, how you communicate. Okay, so guys, listen to your calls daily. I know I preach this all the time, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Listen to how you sound, how you're interacting with somebody, okay? You are your own worst critic, all right? Attend our agency script trainings, read books, consume other content, even on YouTube, all right? And guys, make sure to be your unique self on these calls. Your individuality is so important. And I find a lot of agents get frustrated in getting better with their presentation because they're trying to be somebody who they're not. And you have to be true to yourself when you are, if you want to be an effective agent, okay? You're going to get incredibly frustrated if you lose sales trying to be somebody who you're not. Just reading the script, trying to be this alpha closer. If that's not you, don't be that person, right? Use the script, but be yourself and connect with people. That's where you're going to feel a lot less frustration, okay? But realize this is a communication business. This sales over the phone, telesales, is a communication business, and we have to work on getting better every single day. In our call centers, that is paramount over everything. You have to be getting better every day. We're listening to calls every day. We're finding ways to be better, and we see the progress that agents make. If you just commit to every single day, you know, doing some sort of activity to get yourself better with your presentation and communication skills, okay? All right, so that is what, that's one, that's 1, 2, 3, that's the fourth one, okay? The fifth and final one to put on your to-do list for 2025 is to commit to being consistent in both taking leads and activity. Commit to consistent. That's something that our friends over at Summit Life Group tell their agents every single day, okay? And it's so true, guys. Know and commit that every week you're going to spend X amount of dollars on leads, no matter what. Those leads are coming in. You're taking those calls, you're getting those Facebook leads, whatever it is that you're taking, all right? Know that every week you're going to spend this, and it doesn't fluctuate. And increase it over time, okay? Doesn't need to be much. Maybe you increase it $50 a week, $50 a month, whatever it is, but slowly increase it to increase your income if you're seeing profits, okay? But you have to be consistent in taking leads every single week, all right? And also activity. You have to be consistent with activity. Every single day, you need to clear out your call queue. So in our CRM, you have your lead queue, you have your follow-up queue, you have your enforce queue, and then you have any service work, right? Clear all of those out daily. That way you know that no lead is falling through the cracks. You're not behind on any follow-ups. Your new leads and your tempting contacts, they're getting contacted how we have the cadence built out, right? And you're doing everything you can to contact your leads, work your follow-ups, work your in-force business for service work, okay? Commit to this, guys. This business is really simple if you just keep it consistent, okay? Where agents get in trouble is getting too emotional about cold streaks. And then they throttle down. And then, and then eventually they fizzle out, okay? Guys, it all evens out in the end if you keep consistent. Your numbers will even out. Your cold streaks will get leveled out by your hot streaks, all right? Consistent leads and activity is all it really takes in this business, and it's the number one reason for failure. And so I had to make this a to-do list item for 2025, okay? Commit to being consistent in both taking leads and activity. Okay, guys, all that to say is that we're in a new year and it's a great time to build these new habits, refocus on profits in your business. These are 5 ways I would refocus for most agents out there to be more profitable in 2025, okay? I hope this helps. I hope everyone has a happy and profitable 2025.